Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Students, welcome back. October 2025 and 33 variant we have. Okay, and complete pure paper. We are going to start. So question number 1. Okay, so when he said solve this inequality, whenever modulus involved in both sides, we have two techniques. One technique is squaring both sides. So squaring both sides. But some students do mistake here. What kind of mistake they can do? By mistake, though, don't square 3. So please do square the 3 also, become 9. And now I can go for it. So squaring identity, first term square, first into second term, and plus second term square. Same story here. Okay, so I got 9x to power 2, 6 to the 12x, and plus 4, 4x to power 2, minus 4x and plus 1. So 9 multiply inside, 9 4s are 36, and 36 and 9. So I bring it here, this value here. So when I subtract, I get a 27. This come here, plus 48x and minus 5. And you know, we make it first sign always positive. So multiply by -1. So all value positive. I mean, all sign you change. And this inequality sign will convert. Okay, after this, we have to go for quadratic formula. And minimum one time you must show negative b. Okay, negative b plus and minus b square minus 4a. This enough. No need to show further working. And directly write answers first. So answer we are getting, if you check in calculator, one answer coming 5/3 and one answer is coming 1/9. Now student, what to do? Because it is a more than, you can see this from here is more than. More whenever comes outside. We make arrow outside. Okay, smaller number is 1/9, bigger number is 5/3. Okay, how to write this one? How to write this inequality is less than 1/9. Okay, this value I'm copying here and this value I'm copying here. Just so not a compulsory. Okay, not a main reason. Okay, what about this? How to read it? More than 5/3. Now, because you know, normal student, we have a graphical solution. If we have graphical solution, we will make both and we will check it, which solution is possible and which is not possible. But now, you know, no graphical solution. Now, what we'll do? We will plug in the, for example, what is this value? If you check it, its value is, if you type in calculator, 1/9 is basically 0.11. So basically it is 0.1. So less than that, and less than that, we have a 0 and we have 1. So I will use this number. I will use this number. And what about this? So 5/3 is, if you check it in calculator, 1.67. 1.6. So there's a 1 and there's a 2. Because more, so I will take 2. So these two values I will plug in top equation. It's satisfied, then okay. Otherwise, I will leave. For example, if I plug in 0 on the top equation, so have a look. 0 plus 2 less than 3 times 2, 0 minus 1. And same the other one. This is a 2. I'm going to plug in on top. So 3 2s are 6 plus 2 and 3 2 2s are 4, 4 minus 1. Let me check. Okay, clear. Now check it. This is 2 and here we got a 3. 2 is less than 3, true. So it means true. So this is my answer. Okay, what about this? 8 and 3 3 are 9. 8 is less than 9, so also true. So this is my answer. I hope so you got a point. In case when something false, Okay, if one inequality become false, then I will not take that answer. But if we have a graphical solution available in first part, he giving you a graph, so then we will go for graphical way. That is the best way for to solving this kind of question. Okay, I hope so. The concept of the question is very. Question number two, students, we are trying now. Find quotient and remainder in this when you divide by this. Okay, so what is method? X plus 1 outside. Now, interesting part, I'm writing 3x power 4. This cube is not available in the middle. I'm writing 0x cube. Then 2x square. Then you're surprised there's a no single x and no constant. I'm writing 0x and I'm writing constant 0. This is not a compulsory, but make it easy. X multiply what give you this value? So naturally 3x to power 3. So I'm getting 3x power 4. And this multiply 1 also, we get a 3x to power 3. Sign must change. This cancel out. And I get here negative 3x to power cube, negative 2x to power 2, plus 0x and plus 0. So this multiply what? We give you this answer. So naturally negative 3x to power 2. Because negative 3x power 2 multiply with the x, we get negative 3x to power 3. And this multiply with a 1, we get negative 3x square. Signs are compulsory to change. And I'm getting here x square, 0x, and plus 0. Okay. Now this multiply what give you this value? Naturally single x. And when I multiply single x, what I get, I'm getting x into x, x square, and plus x. Sign change, and this cancel out. And I'm getting here negative x. So do you think x question is over? Not at all. This multiply what give you this value? Negative 1. So negative x I got and negative 1. Sign must change and this cancel out and I got a 1 remainder. So if you ask what is the quotient? So quotient is finally on the top. This is quotient. And I got a 3x to power 3 minus 3x to power 2 plus x and minus 1. So what is a remainder? So remainder is 1. So I hope so the concept of the question is completely clear. Question number 3, students, we have to convert this into in special form of this and make sure he said that they must be integers. Okay, so job number 1, what I can do start directly even, so take log of both side. So take of log of this left side and take log of right side. So log property, this power can come down, you know it log property, so 3x minus 4 in bracket, because if you will write like this, it looks like that this ln2 is multiplied with the 4 only, wrong. Basically bracket must be there. Some technical things are important here. Log of 3 and negative log of 5 to power x, because dividing that is by minus sign. Now, what is the next plan? And log of 3 and this x will go down. Now here right hand side is multiplying in the bracket 1 by 1. So 3x log of 2 and minus 4 log of 2. Now we have 2x available. I will bring both together one side. So 3x ln2 positive x ln5 is equal to ln3 positive 4 ln2. Okay, because we're looking for the one log up and one log down. So this, most probably this 4 must go in the power. So we got ln 2 to power 4. Okay, and what about the other side? Other side, I will take common out. I got 3 ln 2 plus ln 5. So I think up till here, nothing hard, inshallah. After this, what is the next plan? This is ln 3 because this plus in the middle. So this 3 and this will multiply. So what is a 2 to power 4? 2 to power 4 is 16. and 2 to the power 4 is 16. So it means 3 times to 16. Repeat my words, 3 come from here and 16 come from here. And what about the other part? Okay, I can bring this here, 3 will go on the power. I can say it turns to be what? Just a minute, please. I'll bring this on the other side. So 3 ln 2 plus ln 5. And 3 will go on the power. So we are getting log of 48 in the numerator, and log of 2 to the power 3 is 8. Because plus in the middle, 8 fives are 40. So I hope so. This is nothing hard, just need of some practice of some rules of the logarithm. And I hope so the concept of the question is completely clear. Question number 4, students. I'm start trying now. An Argand diagram shade the region whose points representing the complex number z satisfying both inequalities this and this. For sake of your concept, okay, when z involved with modulus one side only, second side number, it representing circle. And when z involved in modulus both sides, this represents perpendicular bisector. Okay, first of all, what I'm going to do, this negative is compulsory to take common. So when I take common from here, so 0, negative 2 iota, and less than equal to 3. And this is called center of circle, and this is called radius. So before I make it a combined diagram, I must make a rough diagram so people understand very well. So this center is 0, negative 2, and radius is 3. It means this is 0 and negative 2. It means it must on y-axis, and radius is 3. Now what about the other one? So I'm going to make the other one z common, negative common, sorry. I got 0 plus 2 iota. And when you talk about the other side, so negative common, I got 2 minus 4 iota. Let me check again. 2, yes, correct. So space, maybe problem, I'm doing it there on top. Okay, what is this one? This is a 1 point. You can see clearly. We have 1 point is 1. Let me make a 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it is turned to be here, this point here, and 2, 4. 2, 4 is here, this point here. And I will draw a compass here, need this, put a compass here, one arc, put compass other point, make an arc, and draw a perpendicular bisector. Now, students, I'm going to combine them. So all of you get ready. First of all, I will make a circle. Naturally, circle is a radius of 3. So 1 minute. Okay, so radius of 3, circle. Okay, then I got it, this one, and I will draw a just a minute. I feel it is now it's straight. Okay, this is done. And this is the other one. So what's the radius? First of all, let me explain to you. Radius is 3. Radius is 3, you can see clearly. But this is 2 point. So 100%, this is a 3, negative 2, sorry. Negative 2. So it means this is if I divide this region in 3 equal parts, 1, 2, and 3. I think, okay. Then I will make a line through this point. I think this part is very clear. This is a 2, this is a 2, and this is a 4. How I know this 4? Because this negative 2 and 2 is a radius. Oh, sorry, 3 is radius. Sorry to say. So negative 4 is not here. Again, I divide in 3 equal parts. One part, this one. So this is a negative 4. And here, 1 and 2. So negative, what it is turned to be here. This point is coming somewhere here. I can't say exactly number, but approximately here. Okay, I have 2 points here. So I'm going to make a perpendicular bisector. So perpendicular sector. So most probably, what is the way I can make it? It is approximately goes like this. Because sketch, that is why. And you will put a needle here in exam and make an arc like this, and put needle here and make an arc like this. Okay, I hope so clear. And now I can, this is done, Alhamdulillah. So it is a 5 mark question. What my belief, 2 marks for this bisector, 2 mark for, I mean, points also have a carry some marks. And now what is shading portion? Here is less than circle, so it means inside circle is the shading part. What about the is this one? What is basic criteria? Toward less than what point will shaded? So toward lesser we have this point. This point is here. So it means I will shade this portion. And this is my required answer. This is the important part. I'll explain again. You have to keep your eye because this side is called lesser. And lesser toward this point. And this point is 0, comma, -2, which is here available. So I'll shade this portion. Okay, I will not shade the lower portion. I hope so. The concept of the question is clear. Inshallah. So students, question number 5, we have to show first of all this equals to the other one. Main part is this is a single x and this single x here single, but here 4x. So we have to focus on cos 4x. And before I start, just bring your attention on this formula. We formula 1 minus 2 sine square single x. Basically, this angle becomes half here. So if we have a 4x here, let's say, what will happen? Here become 2x, here become 2x. So I'm writing now left hand side, and cos 4 becomes 1 minus 2 sine square double x. And other two values are not changing at all. Okay. This is done. Now again we have if you remember the formulas, we have a cos, we have a for sine as well. What sine formula? I'm writing for you sine double x, basically 2 sine x cos x. Again, same story, this angle half here and half here. So I'm going to replace this one, -1, +1 cancel out. So -2 outside, inside I'm writing 2 sine x cos x, but this power 2 will stay on the top. Okay. Now, student, what to do onwards? So basically, this out 2 square will go on each term. So I'm getting here into 4 sine square x cos square x plus 2 sine square x. Now we have close to our answer. Only we need sine, cos not required. What is the cos square value? You know it very well. AS level formula. So cos square x is equal to 1 minus sine square x. I'm going to replace, so -8 sine square as it is, no change here, but this cos square I'm replacing by 1 minus sine square. And plus 2 sine square as it is. Now this multiplies inside. I'm getting -8 sine square, +8 sine 4, plus 2 sine square. So these two sine square and sine square will give us, and it means 4 first power I'm writing as it is, and -6 sine square x equals to right hand side and proved. So Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, this part is very clear, and we have done the first part, and let's go for the second part. Second part is what we have solved this equation, hence means previous part will help you, and till +80 to 180 it means, and make sure this equal sign. Make sure equal sign. So means 180 is a part of solution, make sure. And the whole thing is kept equal to 0. So if I bring the previous solution here, so basically we have proved what? I'm writing from the top. The top proof we have I'm writing the sake of your proper understanding. Cos 4 plus 2 sine square x minus 1 is basically equal to 8 sine 4x and minus 6 sine square x. So this whole identity I'm copying from here, or I can cut from here and I bring on the other page. And when I paste here, so I can say here, by using this pi part A, students, can you see this whole thing is equals to what? 0. So this completely left side, I'm replacing by 0. So I can say that replace by 0, and then this completely will stay as it is with equal sign. 8 sine 4x minus 6 sine square x. What is common from both? 2 common, sine square common, 4 and sine square, and 3, I think clear, equals to 0. Now either this equal to 0 and the whole thing equal to 0. Some students don't care of the first value. We have to do care about the first part even. First part means this part. 2 divides, I get sine square x equal to, take a root of both sides, I got 0. Okay, what about this one? So sine square is equal to 3 over 4. Take a root of both sides, we got a plus and minus root 3 over 2. So I think up till here it is a very clear. And now, what is the next plan, students? If we have, you must know it, one thing, and what is the important part here, that where is sine 0? And we have done in our normal classes, okay, that sine 0 is 0. Sine 180 is 0. Sine minus 180 also 0. Sine 360 is equal to 0. Basically, along x-axis, sine is always 0. So when I take sine inverse of this, students, I am getting here 3 answers: 0, and negative 180, and positive 180. 360 is not a part of solution because if you go back, see on top, 360 no, but 0 is there. So we got these 3 solutions, alhamdulillah, from here. Now here, I will take one time positive and one time negative. So it means sine x is equals to positive root 3 over 2 and sine x negative root 3 over 2. So I will make a sine positive here and sine negative here and here. And when I take a alpha is equal to, what is the sine inverse of root 3 by 2? So it gives you 60 degree. And same here, don't include negative sign. The same thing, it means also giving 60 degree. So 60 here, 60 here, 60 here, and 60 here. So from here, this is a bit easier. So first answer of x is positive 60. And second, I show the blue color arrow. This is 180 minus 60. So I can say that I got 2 answers from here, 60 and 120. What about the other thing? Other way, we have to go clockwise this one and clockwise this one. So it means we are getting answers here. So negative 60 and negative 180 minus 60 and negative, put negative signs here. So negative 120. So we are getting here. Okay, so Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So basically we are getting 7 answers. I hope so got a point because negative 60 and positive 60 and 120 negative, okay, and it is also there. So I hope so the concept of the question is completely clear. Question number 6, student, we have to find exact value of this. If you look at carefully, by parts integration, 2 functions are multiplying, and I always explain this concept LATE, late. I add extra I. I stand for inverse function. So it means I am late. I stand for inverse function. L stand for logarithm. A stand for algebra. T stand for trigonometry. E stand for exponential. So top to bottom, top is V and down is U. It means if look at now, trigonometry is coming at this level, so is this is called a V, and algebra is below is called U. So it means this I'm writing U, and I'm writing V. And formula is what? I'm just revising quickly. Formula is U copy integral of V minus a big sign of integral, bracket starts, bracket ends, dx. And here again this copy paste. Again V integration and time to product of differentiation of U function. So I hope so that formula is very clear. I'm going to apply. So let's start. First of all, U copy. Integration of sine double x minus a big sign of integral, bracket starts and bracket ends, and dx. Integration of sine double x once again. Multiply differentiation of x square. I think this formula is clear, students, and I'm going to apply now. So I'm shifting this formula because I think maybe you know it. Whenever x square comes, we have to apply one formula this again. Check it please. This x squared that become 2x. X still involved there, and we have to apply by parts again. But first of all, look at now. What is integration of sine? That is a negative cos 2x divided by 2. 2 comes from where? Angles differentiation. Same I'm writing it now in the place of it. So negative cos double x divided by 2. Differentiation of x square is 2x. Okay, this 2 cancel out. I'm getting negative x square cos double x divided by 2. And this negative goes out positive. And my question is ready for second time integration by parts. Reason, again two functions multiplying, again this is called u and this is v. So please focus once again. I'm applying now. Left hand side, this value will stay as it is because integration is done. Sometimes negative sign, so be careful, and I put bracket here and ends here, but here not plus sign, so no problem at all. I'm applying directly. So you copy integration of cos double x dx. Negative sign, this one. A big sign of integral, bracket starts, brackets ends, dx. Again integration of cos double x. Multiply differentiation of u function, that is only x. Now I'm erasing this formula. This is done. And now I'm starting the complete next part. So negative x squared cos double x by 2. And what is cos integration? Sine double x divided by 2. Again here, sine double x divided by 2. And x derivative is 1. Is question done? Not at all. Not at all. We have to do maximum, then we put limits. This 1 from there and 2 from there will come outside. And I get a 1 over 2 inside sine double x left. And what is integration of sine double x is simple, negative cos double x. Okay, negative, this is done. Now we are going to put the limits after this step. This I missed 2, sorry. And let me check. Yeah, correct. Okay. Now okay, what is this integration to? Negative. And that negative and this negative will give positive. And sine is cos double x divided by 2, 1, 2 available. 1, 2 comes. Be careful if you don't do shortcut, better. But I'm just extra care. I'm doing that is why. So this 2 not 2 become 4. This becomes 4. What limits we have, students? 0 to pi by 6, 0 to pi by 6, 0 to pi by 6. Let me check once again. 0 to pi by 6. Now, here again, a tough task here, students, for you, because while putting limits, we have to be careful. We have to be careful here because a lot of chance of mistake anyway. So when I plug in pi by 2 in this place, so I'm getting student what? Let me write here, negative outside pi to power 2 and square becomes 36. And when I'm going to plug in pi by 6 here, so you do it very carefully, convert your calculator in radian mode, make sure in radian mode, and type very carefully, and what is the cause? 2 times 2 pi by 6 become pi by 3. It's giving us half. Let me check. This has become 3, the 60. So yeah, half. So half coming from here, but 2 also available. So I get a 1 over 4. Repeat my words, half from here, 2. So 2 2s are 4. Now what about the other pi by 6 plug in here? I'm getting here pi by 6. And what to plug in here? This is becoming, if you check it now, it's become root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2, but 1 2 available, 1 2 comes again over 4. And now I plug in it here. Same is give us what? Half. 4 available, I get 4 2s are 8. Done. Now put 0 here, gone. 0 here, gone, but this is not gone. So 0 plus 1 by 4. Logic. Cos 0 is 1 and 1 by 4 we have available. Here, so 36 into 4, 144. Negative pi square over 144. Here I can say pi root 3 over 24 plus 1 by 8 minus 1 by 4. So students, up till here, the point is very clear. Okay, now negative 1 over double 4 pi square, you write alone, even no problem, plus root 3 over 24, I'm writing pi alone. And here, into 2, I got negative 1 by 8. I hope so. The concept of the question is clear and question is completely over. Question number 7 now. We're going to solve now 5z. Read a statement. Find this solution this equation. Give answer in this form. And you know what is the best technique? Z and Z conjugate. I mean Z star. So what is the way? Z will take x plus iy and Z star means Z conjugate will take x minus iy. Going to replace now. So 5z means x plus iy over 2 minus iota, okay, and 2 minus iota, okay, 2 to the 4 minus 1, 4 plus 1, 5. Do one thing better, it will create a problem. So first I simplify this denominator and then I plug in, but even I plug in, no problem at all. First of all, I'm rationalizing the denominator. And rationalization, you know, whenever iota involved in denominator, we always change the sign, take conjugate and multiply up and down. And rest part, I'm just leaving or I'm just putting this value on top. Here I'm putting z is x plus iota y and z star x minus iota y plus 20 plus 8 pi is equals to 0. Let me check because one small sign mistake can lead a wrong answer. This is done. Now what about this one? And now I'm writing what is coming denominator 2 and 2 match, first term match, second term match. So square of the first term minus square of the second term. And on the top, I got a 2 plus iota. What about this? You know, same story which I'm doing it now here. If first term match, second term match, signs opposite. So we can apply, you know, basic rule, this one. A plus B, A minus B. If first term same, second term same, sign opposite. Square of first term minus square of second term. Same I'm applying here and here. So here I get what, students? So square of x minus square of iota y. 20 as it is plus 8 iota equal to 0. So here it tends to be in the bracket x plus x to power 2 and iota to power 2. What is iota to power 2? Minus 1. So this has become minus 1. Or first I write minus 1 into y square. So you people can understand easily. Plus 20 plus 8 iota equal to 0. And same story, lot of patience required and lot of temperament. 2 to the 4, 4, and this is a minus 1, become 5. So 5z and 2 plus iota. This is 5 and 5 cancel out, and z value I can replace now better. Z is x plus iota y. So 5 cancel out, and I get a x plus iota y times 2 plus iota, and minus x, minus inside x square, negative y square, plus 20. Okay. Now what here? 2 times to x times to iota, and 2y iota, and plus iota square times 2y. Open this bracket. I get this kind of answer, not answer, the working. Now, 2x 2x plus x iota, 2y iota, and this iota is I just minus 1, I got a minus y. So I think this part is very clear. We are okay. We are getting it. Okay, now, right hand side, students, first of all, I think we have to simplify further more. Let me check it's possible. I think very hard. So right hand side, I will write what? 0 plus 0 iota. 0 plus 0 iota. And now I'm going to compare. So when I'm going to compare, what is the way of comparison? Comparison technique is what, students? I will get here two equations. So first is real part. Real part means without iota, without iota, without iota, without iota. So this is called real. So I'm writing now 2x minus y minus x square plus y square plus 20 is equal to 0. Okay, and let me check once again. This 20 is there. There's 5 cancel out. Okay, so now a real part. What's the imaginary part? Iota, iota, and iota. So I got a x plus 2y plus 8 is equal to 0. Okay, let me check once again. Yes, student, one small mistake is this. This negative is already there, sorry. So I have to write this as a negative. So this negative, and negative into negative will give us positive. And this negative into positive will give us negative. So I think is a mistake only here comes, which we covered now. Okay. And now we can go for it. And rest part is no mistake. Alhamdulillah, I think so. Okay, now I'm going to complete a question. And how to complete a question? I will make a x subject or y, but I think x is easy to make subject. And negative 2y, negative 8, which I'm going to replace in this equation. I'm going to replace where in the place of this x and in this x. Okay, get ready. 2 times 2, negative 2y, negative 8. Negative y copy, and again negative 2y, negative 8 power 2. Negative y square copy plus 20 is equal to 0. I call this equation number 1. Now students, negative 2, 2 twos are 4, 4y, and I got negative 2 at a 16. Negative y, but here you have open scoring identity. But very interesting part, what I'm going to explain, maybe you have idea, inshallah, I believe. I just explain. And that is that what in case of when you open a plus b whole square, so a square plus 2ab and plus b square. Because I know some students confuse in case if both my signs are negative. For the sake of your information, it is same answer. It means both positive and both negative, expansion is same. You may ask why, sir? Because if we take negative out common, so it becomes this on the power 2, and due to power 2, this negative become positive, and this is the same answer. So it means this if you expand a plus b whole square or negative a, negative b, same. So all sign will become positive. So first term square giving us 4y to power 2. 8 square 64. In the middle, 2 to the 4 for 32y. So 32y. I think students up till now very clear, and I'm going to solve further. Student, these two values will give negative 5y, negative 16, and due to negative sign, all sign will change. So negative 4y square, negative 32y, and negative 64, negative y square plus 20 is equal to 0. So this and this will give you negative 5y square, but I'm writing 5 positive y square. This and this 37 negative, but I'm writing positive 37. Okay. And this, we are getting here, wait a minute, here 16. Yeah. This 4 and this one. You got a negative 60, but I'm writing positive 60. Now, students, I'm going to apply formula, factorization or formula. Okay. Formula, I'm going to apply negative b plus and minus b square minus 4 AC. AC, and I'm going to put in calculator directly. And let's see what answer. No need to show. This step is enough to show the for examiner. Okay, when I type in calculator mode function, I'm getting two answers. Number one, negative 5. Number two, negative 12 over 5. Now, students, what I will do, I will put both values one by one in this. So I'm using now here. So x is equal to negative 2y. Okay, I'm writing once again if y is equal to negative 5 and if y is equals to negative 12 over y. 5, sorry. I'm going to replace one by one in the top formula, which I'm writing in blue color. X is equals to negative 2 times to y value and negative 8. Same here. Negative 2 times to negative 12 over 5 and negative 8. And when you check it in calculator, so 2, 5, it is a 10, is easy, I think. So 10 and 10 minus 8 giving us 2. So it means we have to give answer. Student, go back and see. We have to give answer x plus iota y. So it means this. I can say that I got a x plus iota y. And what is x value? 2. So 2 plus iota y, and y is negative 5. So I got a negative 5 iota. So I think idea is very clear. So we have done this question. And now other one. So if I check it, 24 over 5, 5 is a 40. And if you check it, this becomes negative 16 by 5. And I'm writing again same format, negative 16 over 5. And y value is available on top, negative 12 over 5 iota. And we have done this part as well. So you see a lot of patience required during this kind of question, because a lot of signs and iota involvement there anyway. I hope so you got a point very well. Question number 8 we have, students. The curve this has a stationary point at xp. It means we will plug in derivative is equals to 0 and same time x is equal to p. But problem, do we have derivative? No, not at all. We're going to find first of all. So dy over dx, and you can see this one. Okay, we have to apply a product formula y, exponential and logarithm, two functions together. So what is the formula? U copy v dash, v copy u dash. So I'm doing step by step. So first e to power minus x copy, and derivative log will be here, and then reverse log 5x here into derivative of exponential. So I'm going to apply now. What is this derivative? So full function will go down. What is the after logarithm? And that differentiation will come in numerator. Correct. So what about this? So first exponential function copy completely and multiply the power differentiation, which is minus 5. Now, student, I'm going to do the same process, but first of all, cancel this, cancel out. And I think so we can apply. I'm putting this story here. Put derivative 0 and each x replaced by p, each x. So here I'm writing e to power negative 5p over p. Logic, this x and this x replaced by p. Onwards, this negative sign, because negative 5 will come before. Negative 5, then we have a logarithm of 5p. Okay, then we have exponential negative 5p. So now I have done it. Now what to do? If you look at carefully, So we can take common out, this one common out. So if I take common out, e to power negative 5p common out, what left inside? Uh, 1 minute, please. 1 minute. We common out. Okay, you can bring on the other side even. Even bring the other side. Okay. So just a minute. Yeah, correct. Okay. So this gone. What left from here? 1 by p. 1 by p. And from here, this gone. What left? 5 log of 5p. So equal to 0. Either this part equal to 0 or this complete part equal to 0. So first of all, I'm saying negative 5p is 0 and not possible. Why not possible? If I want to bring power down, I will take log. Log of both sides. So log of 0 is infinity. That is why it's not possible. So the second part is possible. Yes, exactly. I want to say it. 5p is equals to 0. So I will bring this completely on the other end. So 1 by p equal to 5 log of 5p. So let's check it now. What is the possibility? Log of 5p we have produced. So this 5 will go on the other side. It will divide. So 1 over 5p is equals to log of 5p. So target is achieved. So Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. The answer is done. So proving part is done. Below part we have what? By sketching a suitable pair of graphs, show this equation has only one root. So we have to draw this graph. How to draw this graph? So left side alone, right side alone. So y is equal to 1 over 5p alone and y is equals to logarithm of 5p alone. So I have to sketch both graphs separate. Okay. And he did not mention at all what values we have. Okay. Or yes, he did not mention at all. So we have to show it one root. Sometime we can take a help from the previous part. Next part, sorry. So in the previous part, we're not getting help, but we can see here 0.2, 0.6. So mean root lies between 0.2 and 0.6. So it means if I start from 0 and take till 2 or take it 1. So I think this graph 0 to 2 or 0 to 1 is enough to get the answer. Okay. So this is a hint to get it. How we know that we have to draw, because sometimes students, he mentioned here 0 to pi by 2 or this pi, okay, but he did not mention it all. First of all, this is a no sine and cos involved, so pi is not involved. So I will sketch this graph. uh, I will sketch this graph. Check it, students, how we can do it. Okay, I will sketch this graph for some random numbers, and I will take, I think this graph, if you shift it slightly here, no problem. So I will take graph till 2, better, 1 here and 2 here. So first of all, I'm going to plug in 0, and 0 is giving infinity. So I'm dotted line, I make it, this dotted line is y asymptote, because when I plug in 0 here is infinity, 1 by 0 infinity. As I plug in 0.5, for example, 0.5 plug in, and let's see in calculator. So when I plug in 1 over 5, basically we have in fraction 1 in the numerator and down 5 times 2, 0.5. So I'm getting 0.4. So 0.4 is somewhere here approximately. And when I plug in 1 here, so I'm getting 0.2. So 0.4 and 0.2 is coming closer. And when I plug in the place of 1, 1.5 students, so I'm getting here 0.1. So it means it's coming closer. So if I plug in 2, so graph is coming closer. Basically, the exponential graph is coming from the top and goes this way and become asymptote. I think this part is clear. I drew phi is equal to 1 over 5p. Basically, this graph is like this: 1 by p, 1 by x. If you want to know 1 by x graph, it is like this, it is like this. Make sure. But as we are plotting from 0 to positive side only, so I must have this portion only. But anyway, if you have no idea even, so we got it, that how we have done it. Second graph I'm going to do now is this one. Okay, students, second graph. Okay, now I'm going to replace some values. For example, when I plug in 0 and log of is also infinity. So not possible. So when I plug in 0.5, so we have to plug in 0.5. So logarithm of 5 times 2, 0.5. and we are getting 0.9. So 0.9 is a little bit higher graph. Okay, I think clear. Okay, so a little bit higher graph means it means I can show you 0.9. Let me check here first of all. 0.4, 0.9. So 0.9 is a little bit higher somewhere here. Okay, when I plug in log of uh, 5 times to 1, I get a 1 by 6. I think this is rising up. Hold on. Rising up means I got a 1.6. So somewhere here. And if I plug in 1.5 students, so I get a 2. It means the graph is going up. Okay, when I plug in 2, not 1.5, so it's going up. So I think these numbers are very hard to judge. So I think we have to plug in the close values, not zero point 0.5 only, not zero point 0.5. So we have to plug in these some numbers here because it is going as like asymptote like this. Okay, so we have to plug in some numbers in the calculator and plug in here not 0.5, 0.3. Okay, 0.3 is giving us 0.4. It means it is coming down. Okay, 1.2 I plug in, I get a 0. It means 0.25. It is coming closer. So graph is coming this way. You can understand from here, graph is coming this way. Okay, so this is coming asymptote. I think the point is very clear. So it is very clear at the intersecting at one point and mention that as is clear. Yes, because he was asking, show that is as a one root. Yes, 1 over 5p equal to log of 5p has has only one root. And that is root is naturally very close to 0. This part is clear. So let's go for next part. Next part is asking almost same story. You can see from here the root is the lies calculation by 0.5, 0.2, and 0.6. So what I will do, students, I will take this equation. This equation I will take it. Two options, bring it here or bring this here. Both are okay. Okay, I'm shifting this on the next page. I'm going to take this one, copy from here and pasting here. Okay, so have a look, students. All right. So what I will do, students, I will take f of p. I bring this completely here. 1 over 5p minus log of 5p. Log of 5p. Okay, now I'm going to replace every p by numbers. You can see 5 times 2 this one. So I'm going to copy paste because okay. So one time I'm putting 0.2 and one time I'm putting 0.6. So look, I'm showing you 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.6, 0.6, and 0.6. I'm going to type in calculator and let's see what answers turn to be. We get it here. So first is 1 divided by 5 times 2.2 and negative log of in the bracket 5 times 2.2. And I'm getting here positive 1. Okay, if I replace not 2, I'm replacing by 0.6. So I'm getting here negative 0.765. And you know, as simple right statement, as sign changes, so root lies between these two values, between 0.2 and 0.6. So basically, you know, if I just always I give this concept to understand, suppose this equation of curve and I just show you, you will understand inshallah. Okay. Uh, for example, 0.2 and 0.4. So this is a curve. This is a 0.2 and this is a 0.6. So at 0.2, we have positive value. At 0.6, we have negative value. So this point is called root. Root is called solution, cutting x-axis. So that is why you see one answer is positive answer and one answer negative. So as sign will change, so we can say root lies between the 2 points. And now, student, last part of the question we have, it is a given that equation this can be written in this form. So he has written, okay, and he mentioned that E of x is representing by E of x. So it means P is equals to 1 over 5. You can write e to power 1 over 5p. So this way of writing and that way of writing, both are correct. Okay. And so after this, what is saying? Use iterative formula and find 2 dp and give answer, each answer 4 dp, but final answer 2 dp. What to do, students? He hasn't given any subscript. So we will introduce here subscript here p n plus 1 and here. So here I'm writing n plus 1. Check it, please. And with p, I'm writing n. This is a rule of the topic. So left hand side always n plus 1, right side only n. Now question comes, do we have a P1 value given? No. If not given, we'll take the average of these two numbers. So 0.2 plus 0.6 divided by 2. So we are getting 0.4. Initial value we got it. So first of all, replace every n by 1. So when I place 1 here, I get a P2, 105 times 2 exponential 105 into. So when I plug in 1 here, so I got a 1 over 5 and p is actually in denominator. 1 minute, please. 1 over 5 p1. So this 0.4 will go here. And I'm writing now here 0.4. And I'm getting the answer. So I'm going to type in calculator, students. So in 1 divided by 5 outside, then we have a exponential to power what we have in fraction 1 and divided by 5 times 2.4. And my answer is turned to be P2 is 0.3297. He said 4 dp. Done. So now I plug in 1 in the each x, and now I'm plugging 2. When I plug in 2 here, 2 plus 1, 3, 1 over 5, E1 over 5 times 2, P2, and P2 is this. So this value will go here. Okay, I'm showing you that value times 2, 0.3297. So it give me P3 value. So 1 minute, please. And I'm getting the answer is, just a minute, I put 0.3297. My answer is 1 by 5 into, yes, correct. My answer is 0.3668. Now first I plug in 1, 2, and now 3. So P4 is giving us what we have, e to power 1 over 5, and this value will come and replace here. So into 0.3668. And P4 value is what? So I'm replacing 3,668. And my answer is 0.3450. We have to stop 2 dp, please. 2 dp is not matching, no match, no match. So we have to continue. So N4, when I go N4, let's see, and P5 is what? So 1 over 5 times 2, 0.3450. P5. So I'm writing now here 3450. My answer is 0.3571. So students, if you look at carefully, if I rounded 35, if I rounded 36, so still the difference is there. I will go for N5. I get P6. There's a 5. E to power 1 over 5 times 2. This value will come here. So 0.3571. P6 is, let me check what is P6, 3571. So I'm getting 0.3502. Now students start matching. You can see 0.35 start matching. So Alhamdulillah, I hope so that you got a point clear how we have done it and how it start matching. So, and ultimately, if you look at carefully, and we can go for one more step even, but I think so it start matching. I just plug in, just sake of understanding for my confirmation 502. Yes, student is a 3-5. Again, same. So, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So, we answer is 0.35 and we got it. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Question is completely clear and lot of patience required to solve such questions. Question number 9. A line L1 passes through this point and parallel to this direction, and L2 passes through this point and perpendicular to this vector, and L2 has a no component in x direction. So this is an important point we have, and write down the line vector equation L1 and L2. So first line is very easy, and formula we use R is equals to, we normally use OA plus lambda times 2AB. Or if we write it in other way, both are correct. A plus lambda times 2B. A is, or OA is called a point, and AB or small b is called direction. So no problem at all. It means after finding AB, it turned to be B, and which is here available. So first part is not a hard. I'm writing 3, 1, negative 6 plus lambda times 2, direction which is a 2, 1, 4. So first line L1 is done. Now let's talk about line L2. L2, he said, no component in x direction. So again, I'll go for the second line L2. R is equals to A plus lambda is already used. I can use any other letter. I use T. T times 2B. Now a point lies on it is given very clearly. R is equals to, the point is given here is -1, 3, and -6. And B, I don't know, but one thing I know only, that is no component in x direction. So I can call 0. I can call AB used already. I can use X, Y, and Z. Y and Z. Okay. So first of all, our job is to get the Y and Z value. And one technical point given, that direction of this line L2 is perpendicular to this. And you know, when it's perpendicular, we can say, I will call equation number 1. So as lines are perpendicular, and you know it very well, add perpendicular lines. So dot product of this with this equal to 0. So I'm writing 0, y, z dot 3, -2, 1 is equal to 0. And corresponding position values will multiply. I got a 0, -2y plus z is equals to 0. If I find z value or x value, I think z is better to find. Z value is positive 2y. So if I plug in this value back in equation, so I'm writing now here, put in 1. Or before I put in 1, I want to find the direction. What's the direction? 0, y, and 2y. Actually, I kept this value here, and y is already given. I am writing in terms of y. Can you take y common? Yes, we can take y common, and this is a direction. Now, this direction, you may ask one question, sir, what about this y? For example, I just give an idea. If I have any vector, for example, 1, 2, 3, and plus lambda times 2, 2, 4, 6. So 2, 4, 6, what is common? We can take 2 common. If we take 2 common, so this will come out. So this 2 common become 2 lambda and a 1, 2, 3. So you see, and this 2 lambda, we can give a new name, a new coefficient, and we can call this as a mu. So you see, this 2, 4, 6 or 1, 2, 3 has a no difference. So they are same. So it means in directions, we have to take the simplest form. So 2, 4, 6 is not simplest form, and this is a simplest form. It means if we have any vector, which is, for example, 2, 4, 6, or even we have a, let's say, 6, 8, 10. So if you use this, or you use two threes are, two fours are, two fives are. So you use this direction or this direction. Both directions are correct directions. So I hope so you understood the y. I'm going to eliminate this y now. So I'm going to put in 1 now in equation 1 here. So I got second line equation is r is equals to negative 1, 3, negative 6, and t times 2, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. First part is done. Now he's asking the acute angle between line 1 and line 2. Whenever we're looking direction angle between, we always take the b components, these b components, these b components. Okay, I call a1 b1. Okay, just a difference from the other one. So, or I can call this is a1 b1 and here a2 and b2. Now this is a b1, for sake of understanding. This is a b1, this is a b2. So basically b1 dot b2 is equal to b1 magnitude into b2 magnitude into cos of angle between them. So 2 and 4, I'm writing from top first direction. In second direction, we have here 0, 1, and 2. And here I will write magnitude of b1, magnitude of b2, and that's it. So square of 2 is 4, square of 1 is 1, and square of 4 is 16. Square of 0 is 0, and square of 1 is 1, square of 2 is a 4. And these corresponding values will multiply, dot product always multiply like this, 0 plus 1 plus 8. And here I got 21 root and root 5. So if I'll take a cos inverse, 9 divided by root 21 into root 5. So, and if we type this in calculator, okay, and let me check in calculator. So angle of this is coming with us in degree mode is 28.6 degree. 28.6 degree. Okay. So I hope so the concept of question is very clear. And let's go for the next part of the question. Next part of question we have find out position vector of if lines intersect. Go back and we need both lines equations. So this equation of line L1 I'm looking for. Okay, and this I'm looking for these two lines. So when I copy and bring on the other page, so we got two lines. You can see clearly two lines we have. Okay, and let's start. And what is a planning? What is a method to do this? Okay, students, first of all, we have to convert in standard form. So standard form, how to convert, we can start on top even, no issue at all. So let's start convert in standard form. Standard form is what students standard forms. So R is equals to 3 plus basic lambda multiply inside and add with these values. So 2 lambda and 1 plus lambda and negative 6 plus 4 lambda. And similarly, the second is standard form negative 1 plus 0, or we can say only minus 1, and 3 plus t, then negative 6 plus 2t. And now it's saying position vector of the intersection. Intersection means R is equals to R. So basically we are putting them equals to each other. So this comes here and this comes here. And from here we get a three equations. One equation of this you can see clearly 3 plus 2 lambda is equals to minus 1. I can find lambda from here very easily. Negative 4 divided by negative 2. Second equation 1 plus lambda equal to 3 plus t. And if I put lambda value in this equation, we are getting negative 1, sorry, negative 1 and 3 plus t. So t becomes negative 4. So I got the values. Look, I have used the first equation, I have used second equation, third equation is unused. Okay. So now what is the method, students? Method is method we have when we use any two equations. So we will use the put the values in which third equation which is unused. So checking purpose and what is the checking criteria? I'll use the third equation, negative 6 plus 4 lambda equal to negative 6 plus 2 lambda 2t. And I will plug in both side the values. So lambda value come from there, negative 2, and 2 value come, t value come from here. Like this value here and lambda here. If left, right match, the both sides match, it means they intersect. Okay, so let's see, negative 6 and negative 8 becomes negative 14. And negative 6, again negative 8, so got negative 14. So yes, they intersect. They intersect. And how to find point of intersection? I call as a OP vector, and I have two choices. Either I plug in lambda value here or t value here, both are correct. So I think I put t value here, it is easier because one value we have already -1 and negative 4 goes there and we are getting negative 1. And when I plug in negative 4 here, negative 8 and negative 6 will give us negative 14. So we got it, all three values. And the question is completely clear. Question number 10, students, we have expressed this in partial fraction. And most students confuse in denominator what to do. Best way, you must know a square minus b square, and you know it one time a plus b and one time a minus b. So we have to apply this criteria here. Check it, how I'm doing. Square of 1 and square of 3y. So if we check it, or I can do this in a separate place here. So basically it was 1 minus 9y square. Now I can say 1 time 1 plus 3y and 1 time 1 minus 3y. So this factorization part is over. And now I'm going to use uh, this and paste here, which I can do it now easily. So this is factorization. And now I'm going to do partial fraction, he said before. So 1 plus 3y into 1 minus 3y is equals to a over 1 plus 3y plus b over 1 minus 3y. So multiply whole equation with this. I get 2 here. When this multiply with this factor, this will cancel out. And we get a times 2, 1 minus 3y. And when I multiply with this factor, this will cancel out this negative part. So positive part will stay behind. So what is the technique now? One time we have two ways. Either we multiply a inside, b inside and compare coefficients. One way. Second way, put this equal to 0. When I put this equal to 0, so y value is turned to be 1 over 3. If I put whole equation y value 1 over 3, basically we are putting, if I plug in this here or this here, basically 1 minus 3y putting equal to 0. So left hand side 2, right hand side a times 2 0. But b times here, when I plug in 1 by 3 here, 3 cancel and 1 plus 1 2. We are getting b value 1. And first I kept this value equal to 0. Now I'm keeping second value equal to 0. And when I keep the second value is equal to 0, students, I mean 1 plus 3y is equals to 0. Y value becomes negative 1 over 3. Okay. And when I kept this value, y value is equal to negative 1 over 3. When I replace, so left side 2 remains 2, no change. Right hand side, when I keep this value here, so negative into negative positive, 3, 3 cancel, I got a times to 2. But as I kept this completely 0, so this b times to 0. And I'm getting the a answer is 1 as well. Put back in equation here, and finally I can say I got 1 over 1 minus 9 square is equals to 1 over 1 plus 3y plus 1 over 1 minus 3y. So this is done, completing, sorry, partial fraction is done. Now let's try to do the lower part. Lower part, definitely it has connection. You can see even this is available there. But first of all, we have to do separation of variables. So differential equation given, what is the task here? Solve differential equation, obtain y in terms of x. So my object is make it a y subject. This is my plan, and I have to make all y's alone. So first of all, this dx multiplied there. So 2 cos square 3x dy alone here, and 1 minus 9y square in the bracket and outside dx. Now student, this will go this way and this completely x will go this way. And I think we should keep 2 here because with 2 this will this answer. So I am leaving 2 here. So I can write 2 over 1 minus 9y square into dy is equals to 1 over cos square 3x and dx. I'm going to integrate both sides like this, but same time this is equal to this one. So I will replace this complete equation Part B, we have students, and we have to solve it. And given this values and what is our objective, plan is to make y in terms of x. So how to make it now, students? Job number one, we will do separation of variables. 2 cos square 3x dy here, but this dx will multiply there. Okay, then what after this? We will bring this complete y value here because dy available, and this value of cos square will go on the other side. But we'll keep 2 there because 2 is available on top. So I'm writing now 2 over 1 minus 9y square dy is equals to 1 over cos square 3x and dx. Now I'm integrating both sides. But when I integrate, students, I will replace this value by its value, and you know it very well. Copy, paste, and dy is equals to this 1 by cos is secant square, so we can replace by this. Now, what is this derivative, students? This derivative base is a 1 has 0, 3x with 3 will become 3. So basically we need 3 in the numerator, but we don't have. So what I will do, students, so I need 3 on the top. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I think so better to first of all split because there are two different values. It may create a problem. So I'm splitting first of all. And here I'm just leaving. I will do next step. And now I'll see, because basically what is a plan? I just tell you this planning. Have a look now. I'm looking for what is this derivative of this one? 3. I need 3 up, but do I have 3 available? No, not available. So what I will do, 3 multiply, 3 divide. This 3 will go inside. Same story here, but this time I need not 3, negative 3, because negative 3 derivative. So what I'm going to do, negative 3 up and negative 3 down, upper negative 3 will go inside. So I will get what? And what is the formula? Function down, derivative up, so logarithm of function. So I can show you formula here. Though you know it, just revise quickly. Function down, its derivative up, and power of function is 1. What is answer? Log of the denominator function. That's it. So I'm applying here 1 by 3 outside. This 3 will stay outside, but the whole thing I can write 1 plus 3y. Negative 1 by 3 stay from this outside, and upper 3 will go inside, will become log of this one. And here, secant, this is tan 3x and divided by 3. Don't forget 3 dividing because angle differentiation. I hope so. This is done. Now we can shift this equation and the parameters we have to look as well. So copy and pi by 2. X is pi by 2. X is pi by 2. Y 0 and x is pi by 2. Okay. What is values given? X is 0 and x is 0 and y is pi by 2. Pi by 12, sorry. Go back and check it again. You can see that the values given by him is when y is 0, x is pi by 12. Y 0, x pi by 12. Y 0. Okay. Y 0 and this pi by 12. I'm going to replace, when I'm going to replace, what happens? So 1 over 3, when I put 0 here, so ln1 is itself 0. So it means gone. Even this is also gone. But what other side? Pi by 12. When pi by 12, it is giving us, multiply this 3 will cancel the pi by 4. And tan pi by 4 is a 1 basically. So C values turn to be negative 1 over 3, which I'm going to plug in back in equation. So I'm getting here, I call as a 1, so put in 1. So I'm getting what students? So full equation same, only C value I'm going to replace, and that is very simple, negative 1 over 3. Okay, and I'm replacing this C by what? Negative 1 over 3. You can see 3, 3, 3, 3. Why not multiply by 3 and make question easier? And you can see if I multiply 3, I get a logarithm of 1 plus 3y minus logarithm of 1 minus 3y equal to tan 3x and minus 1. And what is my ultimate target is to make a y subject. So after this, what's the next planning? So there's a negative sign, this will up and this will down. We can write log of 1 plus 3y over 1 minus 3y. And here I'm writing tan 3x. And minus 1 is outside. Okay, students, what is the next plan? Because I have to get rid of this logarithm, but for that reason, we are bound to have a logarithm on right-hand side as well. So how to get it? How to get a logarithm? You know it very well. We have done it many times. Whenever we need, for example, 2, we can say 2 into 1, and 1 we can replace by ln e. So 2 goes in a power, so basically it's turned to be ln e square. So it means whenever any number you want to convert like a 3, ln e to power 3 k, ln e to power k. So what here? Ln e to power complete equation will come in power. I'm writing tan 3x minus 1. Because complete equation I want to convert in log form. After this, what to do? We will cancel logarithm both sides like this. And I'm getting 1 plus 3y, 1 minus 3y is equal to e to power tan 3x and minus 1. Now as for what to do, cross multiply. 1 plus 3y is equals to 1 minus 3y times 2 e to power tan 3x minus 1. So 1 time this multiply and multiply like this. I'm getting e to power 10 3x minus 1 and 3y e to power 10 3x minus 1. I'll bring 3y here and 1 on the other side. So I'll get 3y already there plus 3y and e to power 10 3x minus 1 e to power 10 3x minus 1 and minus 1. It comes from here. What y common from here? What left? 1 plus e to power 10 3x minus 1 and here e to power 10 3x minus 1 and minus 1. It will go down and final form is very clear now. You can see even, so we can just divide that. Okay. And what 3, okay, 3 is also there. Okay, that left only. And I'm writing now e to power 10 3x minus 1 and minus 1 over e to power 10 3x minus 1 and plus 1. But 3 will go down and I'm erasing this 3 to save the step and I'm writing it beside of this in denominator. In denominator, and this is my final form. And I hope so. The question concept is completely clear. Question number 11, topic is a differentiation integration. So let's try to do this question. We have given here this equation, okay, and this expression, and he's asking find this point of minima. So you know it very well. And here always whenever point of minima or maxima, so differentiation is equals to 0. So step number 1, so you copy. Basic formula is what, students? You know, u copy v dash, v copy u dash. So I'm copying secant square. And what is a differentiation of this, which I'm going to write now here. Then reverse 3 plus 2 tan x as it is into the differentiation of secant squared. So what about this? Half comes down, whole power will becomes 1 less. So negative half. Multiply what? Multiply the derivative of tan x. Basically, 3 has a 0. 3 has a 0. 2 tan x is a 2 secant square basically. So I'm writing here 2 secant square x. I think this point is clear. And let's talk about next one. Next one is a secant square. What is a secant square? First, power 2 will come down. Power of secant become 1. And then base is a secant and that derivative is a secant derivative is. So secant derivative, you must know we have a secant into tan. Secant into. So space, another trouble. So I drag back. I'm writing here secant and tan. So once again, repeat the differentiation of secant available in formula sheet is secant into tan. Now, students, I can continue and I'll put derivative 0 and reshape for this 2 and this 2 cancel out. Okay. And I'm putting derivative 0 and this is a negative half. It will go in denominator, will become positive half, and half is called root. In the numerator, this secant and this secant will give us secant 4. And what about the other part? So other part, I can say I have a 2 secant square into tan. How secant square? Secant into secant. And times 2 root of 3 plus 3 plus this 2. I think I missed here 2. So I have to bring back and write 2 here. Same here. I saw there 2 is available there. Okay. So this is clear. Now I'm writing here 2 tan x. So student, what I will do now, so one complete fraction I will bring on other side. So what will happen? So saving the time only, I'm writing this full equation copy, one attempt, and this is done. In the middle, I'm putting here equal sign and here minus sign. Now, student, what to do afterwards? Because this it comes left side. This multiply with that, and you know very well, root 3 into root 3 give you 3. So root this into this will give you same value. So I'm getting here, and one more thing, secant and secant will cancel, we can say, and this power will cancel, and we get a 2 here. So we are getting negative secant square x. 2 tan is already available, and this I'm getting 3 plus 2 tan x. So negative secant square x. This multiply inside the bracket with the both, I get a 6 tan x and plus 4 tan square. So we have two values, tan and one secant. So best idea, don't convert these values, convert this value only. If you recall, we have formula 1 plus tan square is equal to secant square. So here I'm getting 1 plus tan square. 6 tan x, 4 tan square. I open the bracket or bring totally on the other side. 4 tan square x plus 6 tan x and plus 1 plus tan square. And final form I'm getting here is 5 tan square x plus 6 tan x and plus 1 is equals to 0. So we got a equation, students. Now we will go for answer. Okay. Okay, so what to do? Before I move, okay, I just check it one thing. Turning point is basically between pi by 4 negative pi by 4, and this is a close, very close to 0. It means negative answer, but less than pi by 4. Okay, negative pi by 4. So we convert in radian mode calculators, and we've checked only negative value, no positive value. So now I'm taking this equation and shifting on next page. This is done. Now 5 ones are 5. So 5 into 1, 5. So I can say here factorization 5 10x plus 1 10x and plus 1 equal to 0. So 5 10 common, I get a 10x plus 1 and 1 common and 10x plus 1. So I'm getting here 10x plus 1 and 5 10x plus 1 equal to 0. Two values I'm getting, students. One value is negative 10x is equals to minus 1, and one value is tan x is equals to negative 105. This is not possible. Why not possible? Because it is giving us a tan negative is where here and here, and both are. This is out of range, but this is chances is there. But again, it is a pi by 4, which is not possible. So I will ignore it. Ignore it. And what about this tan? This is possible. We have tan negative again here and here. This is gone. The other one chances are there. So I will take a tan inverse. I can take a tan inverse without including sign, or you can do it. And afterwards, you can put a negative sign because clockwise. And make sure calculator must be in radian mode. If I take a tan inverse 1 over 5, I'm getting here 0.0 197, and I must put minus sign. And what is the logic behind what put minus sign? Because it's a clockwise. And I hope so the concept is clear. And as I said before, negative answer. Now let's go for next part of the question, but we need equation. So go back and bring equation. Equation is what? Y is equals to secant square x in root 3 plus 2 tan x. This equation I'm taking from here, and this equation, and then we'll decide what area he is asking for. So first part is what we have is asking. He is asking us find out the exact value, the area bounded by between negative pi by 4 to plus pi by 4. So it means we have to, what is the formula of the area? Basic formula of the area is x1, x2, y dx. So this completely will go here, and and I'm just just a minute. So this aside, formula is clear, and I'm going to use it. Now area is equals to negative pi by 4 to positive pi by 4, and I'm going to copy this full equation there. I mean secant square x into root of 3 plus 2 tan x. This is done. Okay, now I'm going to start. Topic is integration, but we will start from differentiation. But how? Check it on the right hand side. I'm going to differentiate, what is substitution he has given. So u is equals to 3 plus 2 tan x. I'll differentiate du over dx. 3 has a 0, 2 as it is, tan has a secant square x. And basically, I am replacing everything. First of all, is this fully match? Yes, match. It matches. Then what to do? This will replace by u. Done. And I think so. If I multiply this dx there, and this will go down. So I can say du over secant square x and 2 also is equal to dx. So this dx replaced by this value. I'm going to show now, students. So secant square remain as it is. Here I'm getting u because it's completely equal to u. And dx replace its value, which I'm writing du over 2 secant square x. So this is completely cancelled except 2. Okay, now one part left only, students. What left, that part is the limits. Limits. How do you do the limits, students? Limits are, then we can say we got a half outside and root of u du here. Limits, when I say when x is negative pi by 4, I'm going to replace it here. When I replace there, I'm getting negative 1, so it means this u becomes 1. So lower limit 1. And when I replace the other value is what? When x value is positive pi by 4. So positive pi by 4, I'm going to replace there. So we're getting 5. So u is equals to 3 plus 2. So we got a 5. So upper limit, lower limit confirm. I hope so that this concept is clear. And now we are going to integrate, and limits are also very clear. And now I'm going to solve it. What is a root is a half. I can replace by half. Integration is what, students? We have half outside. This is a increase of power, so 3 by 2 and 3 by 2. 1 to 5, this 2 and this 2 cancel out, and 1 by 3 will go outside. And 5 to power 3 by 2 minus 1 to power 3 by 2. And 5 to power 3 by 2, if you check it, so we got this 5 to power, it's turned to be 5 cube is 125, and root is means root as half is called root. So I'm getting here 125 root and here 1. And finally, we got the answer. We can leave it here, no problem at all, unit square, because it always give us the area. And I hope so. The concept of question is completely clear. And paper is completely done, students. Best of luck for upcoming exam and pray for me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa